Yeah, you can send them, and I'll put them in the next. Look, I'll put them in next week's show. Okay, we'll do a whole intro all about Chaz.
Wait a minute, I didn't say anything. See,
No,
I
no.
didn't
That's
say
what you
that.
want. That's what you get to
No, I
get.
don't. No, I
Okay,
don't want
I'll
that.
even let you do the intro, just like you've done, where it's like, "Hey, yo, this is the Don Chaz Evans."
No,
And you're
because
checking out the
we
3
had
Count
a show.
podcast.
We had a
And
show about me, and you tried to feature a guy that got canceled and fired from Disney World the last time we had a show about me. So I'd rather not have any more shows dedicated towards me.
now we're just gonna put you in the intro, and from going forward, henceforth going forward, for the 3 Count podcast debate show, that's all it's gonna be. Just
I was fine.
Chaz show featuring some other dudes.
That's the Chaz show featuring some other dudes. Wow. Okay.
Some other guests.
And Chaz and guests. And the guest is super small. Chaz is super.
The Chaz show.
And guest.
4, 3, 2, 1.
It's your boy, your nephew, your cousin. It's the Don, Chaz Evans, and you're checking out the hottest podcast in the world, the 3 Count Podcast.
Hit him with a 3 count. Pin him to the ground and the crowd go wild, man down, know what y'all like. Hit him with a 3 count. On the top row crowd.
That was awesome.
Crazy enough, that was kind of cool. Like, I just want to let everyone know I had no idea that was happening. All right. Like, I'm back here. First of all, listen, we've had a train wreck of a pre-production meeting, or like everything as far as like equipment has failed. So I have already chucked this show as an L. But now with that intro, I totally forgot that I even said that. Now I understand why you were trying to force me to have a show last week, Cliff. Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. Yeah, that's now the new intro from now on. This is now the 3 Count Podcast debate show with Chaz Evans and guest.
Hey, what you would have noticed too is if you looked right at the end, it says with Chaz, and then right in like dark gray it says and others.
I didn't notice that. All I saw was with Chaz Evans. Oh wow. So yeah, that was all right. I'll give you that one, Cliff. You know what? Because that was good. That was good.
Hey, wait. How to do it? Yeah.
Oh yeah. The Champa. Yeah. All righty. Okay. Well, all right. Let's get through the intro. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy, your nephew, your cousin. It is the Don Chaz Evans, and you are checking out the 3 Count Podcast debate show. Let's go down my faction. I got a special trio edition of the 3 Count Podcast debate show. But first, he is the landlord of the Dog Pound. He is the man that runs this show because, quite frankly, I really don't know how to work StreamYards, okay? He's the voice of the 3 Count Podcast. You can catch him on our other show, Now Entering the Ring, and Returning to the Ring, and Now Entering the Ring 201. Also on our YouTube channel and all of our other podcast networks. So definitely check it out. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the Red Dog.
Yay, it's me, the Air Force veteran intel specialist, the one you call on when you need to get the job done, and your friendly neighborhood Red Dog. Also the DICK of this industry. The dog in charge, kid. Get your mind out the gutter. I'm just glad for that intro. That intro is actually super fire. I'm gonna have to be honest.
Yeah. Don't think about making one of just you now for next week either. Because I'm
not going to. No. Like I already said it. I said it last episode. Henceforward, this is the intro.
I'm all
this is the Chaz show and friends.
Chaz and friends. Oh, that is now the new name. There's a debate show. We couldn't figure out a name for it. It was always just a debate show.
Like the Chaz show and the rest of his words that he likes to say.
Oh yeah, of course. I realized what you were going with. You're funny. Oh man, Red Dog, we got a special tag team partner with us, right? Go introduce our trio, our third member of the Chaz and Friends show.
Friends.
Hey, so she's right here. You see right below me. She is the myth. She is the hey, if you ain't paying attention to TikTok, you need to, but you can also catch this girl. She is wonderful on the Phenomenal 4 podcast. She is our friend, the wrestling lady herself, Gracie.
Yay! Hello, everybody. I am Gracie. I am that wrestling lady. I do wrestling content on TikTok, mostly cosplays. I love to do cosplays, and I am the friends in Chaz and Friends. So here I am.
Yo, it's so cool too because like one of my favorite things is that you do the you're part of Panda Wrestling Company, right? So Panda, Matt, Chaz, remember Matt?
Yeah, Matt.
So
I
he
talked to Matt the other day.
Yeah,
on TikTok.
So now that he's got his whole Panda Wrestling Company up running stuff, like they got all these great shows on there. So you guys aren't paying attention to Twitch, you guys should be. Every night, right? And everybody has a different show that comes on every night.
We have multiple different shows within the Panda Wrestling Company on Twitch. There's multiple different shows pretty much every single day. And I'm on Thursdays, but promo for me. But I'm on Thursdays from 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But yeah, we have something for everybody on there.
Definitely check them out, okay? Like you can check us out live on Sundays, right? And then you check them out the rest of the week. Definitely on the Thursdays. You listen to Now Into the Ring during the day. It's like it's too perfect. Like just right. Exactly. Mind blown. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's get through the announcements. So if you have not already done so, and if you haven't already done, make sure you go follow us on all of your favorite social media platforms. It's right here, right, Cliff? Am I pointing right?
Yeah, no, you're not.
I do this all the time.
That way.
There it is. There it is. So right there, Twitter, 3count_pod, Instagram, TikTok, and pretty much everything else is 3countpod, all one word. That's the number 3. Don't you dare type in THREE. You can also follow us on your favorites. What is that? That podcasting platform, whether it's Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher. Anywhere you get your podcast fancy on, you can catch the 3Count Podcast. Apple Podcasts, give us that 5-star frog splash review. Do all that. Make sure you subscribe with us on YouTube. Go to our shop at Pro Wrestling Tees, okay? Buy a shirt there because guess what? When you buy a shirt, it gives us money, which makes the show better because we can pay for stuff because stuff is expensive and we live in America. Yeah. Oh, man, we both did that. So buy a shirt. Support us. Trying to think any more announcements that do? No, did that. Oh, yeah. Cliff, tell us what's coming on Now Entering the Ring.
Yeah, so we got a couple new episodes coming out for you guys. We actually recorded a bunch of episodes in bulk. I'm gonna be honest. I'm trying to decide which episodes I want to release out first. But we will tell you that El Johnny Santos will be one of those episodes that comes out this week, whether it's on Tuesday or Thursday. I'm not 100% sure. Tarzan Duran is also going to be coming out soon, so I'm not sure if that one's going to be a Tuesday or Thursday show. But just be ready because at 8 a.m. Eastern time, that episode will drop on Spotify, YouTube, as well as Apple Podcasts and everywhere else you can find all your podcasts and stuff. So go check it out.
Wonderful. All right, let's get right down to the nitty gritty. All right, temp check. I'm shaking it up. We're not even gonna go with the first topic. We're gonna go with temp check because I feel like everyone's answer probably changed since last night. So for those of you who don't know what temp check is, let me give you the rules. All right, temp check is this. We will give you our hottest and or our coldest wrestler going into this week. So, Red Dog, let's start with you. Temp check.
Is there really anybody else right now that we can even just be like, yeah, no, no. MJF is the hottest wrestler of the week. We just gotta keep it $150, man. Like anybody else that says like, oh man, like the Elite, they were awesome last night, or Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief, or Kevin Owens, or you would all be in your graciousness of being wrong because MJF just tore it down and he got the title. Yeah, let's be real.
All right, Gracie. Temp check.
So I can agree with MJF, but I'm going to do something different. I'm going to say, and everybody's going to hate me, Austin Theory.
I like that one.
Austin Theory.
That's not my. I was going with.
I want to
that's a
see
good
what he's going to do this week. He looked incredible last week, so I'm excited to see where they take him this week.
Yeah, not even gonna lie. After Raw, I liked Austin Theory more. Now that he doesn't have the briefcase, I will admit I was bummed that he failed to cash in, but I kind of like what they might be doing with him. So I can go with Austin Theory. I'm going with something completely different, and that is probably going to shake the 3 Count podcast since the very first episode. It's that big of a temp check. All right, you ready for this? My hottest wrestler of this week. Are we all listening? Kenny Omega. Yes, I said it. Kenny Omega. And not because of his return to AEW last night. For those of you who have not been on the Twitter today, that boy Kenny Omega is challenging Will Ospreay at Wrestle Kingdom.
That's going to be awesome.
I don't know about y'all, but listen, I have always been I'm not a big fan of Kenny Olivier. I tolerate him. There's some things I like. There are some things I don't like, but is Kenny one of the best in the world? Yes. But Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay, knowing they got real heat, they're going to really fuck each other up. And I'm all for it. And it's going to be entertaining. So Kenny Omega, that's the dream match. We've been clamoring for this. This is what we should have got at Forbidden Door. So, Kenny Omega, as much as I want to say MJF, and if that match didn't get announced, I'd be right there with you, Cliff, on the bandwagon of yes, MJF. But being not a Kenny fan and just getting hyped over Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay at Wrestle Kingdom, I'm setting my alarm now to wake up at like 3 a.m. to watch. Like making them like Santa, like that's my Christmas. Like I'm ready for it. Give it to me now. So Kenny Omega is my hottest wrestler of the week, but I got a cold one. I got a cold wrestler this week too. Sean Spears.
Oh, cool. We're bringing that joke back. All right. Back.
Yeah, bring that joke back. Absolutely. Sean Spears. Bring that joke back.
That man tweeted out the best thing I've seen in a while when he was just like, I've had it.
Yeah.
It was like, enough of this interim bullshit. He's like, you're either the champion or you're not. And I was like, I agree with Sean on this one.
I was upset that I was like, yo, you are absolutely right. I was upset that I agreed with him. Yeah. Yeah, no, he was definitely right. I'm over the interim.
I don't know.
Yes. No. I agree with that. I do agree with that. I agree with Wardlow. If we're being legitimately, if we want to talk about who's really going down, I would definitely agree with Wardlow. Cliff, what has he done? What has he done since winning that belt? Absolutely jack shit.
He's just strutting around with it. That's all. He's just strutting around in the backstage with it, and that's it.
He did a couple of press stuff, like when they were doing like when they were in Baltimore for the children's hospital. I remember I seen it on Mercy's page. Like he had the belt and everything. Yeah, he ain't do nothing.
But coldest wrestler for this week though, like
he lost.
He did
Wardlow didn't lose though. He didn't get beat.
But do he got the belt?
No, he don't got the. You're right. He lost the belt, but he didn't.
He lost the belt. Regardless, he lost the belt, and then the title reign in itself wasn't good.
I don't know, man.
I'm over the TNT title.
Yeah.
It's kind of flatlined a little bit.
It doesn't. It's like how the Intercontinental title was the past the past 10 years. Before Triple H started making things important. It hasn't been the same since Brody had it.
No.
It has not been the same since Brody had it. And like that sucks. Because if this is supposed to be your secondary title next to the heavyweight title, it doesn't do anybody favors. Because look at it. There is no title reign that anyone's had of the TNT title since the pandemic era, where's they been good? None of them.
Yeah, and right now the Ring of Honor title just seems so much more over that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think that's what they're trying. They're designing it that way, right? Because what they're trying to put is that Jericho holds the ROH title, and it's a world title, and it's a heavyweight world title at that. So that when it does go to TV, that title is just that much more prestigious. Now, I do agree. Like the TNT title should be defended every week, and it should be legitimate contenders to do that, like to challenge for that. But yeah, right now, I mean, I get it. But I think for me, if I'm gonna pick coldest wrestlers, right, like you're building up these dudes, and they have 3 other tag titles not even featured on your show. Like I don't know where FTR was, but they held the ROH tag titles, and how do we not have FTR a part of Full Gear?
That's a really good point.
Maybe they're in Japan defending the Japan belts, or that's when I see that argument for FTR not being I go, well, they're champions of these other big places, so let's just, for the sake of keeping in kayfabe, what if they were somewhere else defending the other championships that they have? Like maybe they're fulfilling other dates they do run on the indies. So I look at it as like that. And FTR is a draw. Look at it as a Brock Lesnar situation. Brock Lesnar is not there every week, right? Because he doesn't need to be. He's the attraction. I would put FTR in that attraction base because of the popularity and because of how much gold they hold. You show them every week, every pay-per-view, don't we always have the problem of we get saturated with seeing the same people over and over again? And Tony Khan has said that, and
now he's in the Speed Force. That's what you do. See, when you're talking that BS, you get sucked right into the Speed Force. Hey, man, even StreamYard wasn't believing your hack that you were trying to put out there.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Now you're back.
Wonderful. Anyway, my point being that FTR does not need to be there because FTR is the greatest tag team under the Usos.
But you have FTR, a part of your roster. You already said that they're an attraction and is one of your biggest pay-per-views of the year. And you mean to tell me you're going to be like, you know what? We don't really need you guys. You guys can go work another
So
day.
Where would you put them?
Yo, honestly, like the storyline that they had built up, right, with the Acclaimed and Swerve in Our Glory, that was meant to be that story. But you did have like this little thing kind of brewing up with the Ass Boys versus FTR. We saw them at Rampage at Battle of the Belts. Like they were there talking trash with them. So why not like help elevate that, the Guns, right, to that position? Like you just pushed them over to have them in this big faction, right? And you're not even doing anything with the faction, right? Even Ethan Page, who's the star attraction of that faction, it's a lot of rhyming there. They're not even on the show. Like they're not even being featured. So I was like, to me, that's who it is. That's who you run that with. That you showcase them, or I don't know, maybe because I know they're gonna do it at Final Battle, and I get that part, right? You're gonna have FTR versus who is it? His Khan's team.
Tully Blanchard.
Agony.
Yeah, what are they? I don't know the
Gates
name.
of Agony.
Yeah, but yeah, Khan and
see, we don't even remember the other guy.
Yeah, don't remember the other guy.
Sorry, I know, don't hate us for that. And please if we ever run into you on the tag scene, don't get out on us because we forgot. Prince is gonna be like, it's that guy. He's the one that forgot him.
Yeah, he definitely will go. Yeah, he will. He will definitely just rap.
They're having a show. We saw it.
But I mean, what's the other? You actually answered my question. So I mean,
or why not have like the boys, right, from Dalton and the Boys against FTR for the Ring of Honor titles? And you could have put that show on full. You could put that on the 0 hour.
You put that on full. Well, no.
Yeah, because you're still drawing people in.
Yeah.
It's just a giant card. That's all it is.
But then you go. But that's when you go. Oh my goodness! You put FTR on the 0 hour.
Yeah, and then it becomes an issue.
And you know, so it's like you put FTR. Like, if FTR is gonna be on the show, you don't know. You're not gonna put them on for free.
No.
Well, then you get well. Okay. With that being said, then let's say we do have that match. We're having fun and speculating with this, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, this is not a
But
part of the show, guys. Like, we
yeah,
haven't even
this
gotten
is
to the real.
just us freestyling at this point now.
Yeah,
So then, what match do we take off the main card and put on free TV for YouTube to have?
you
The
want my
boys.
honest answer?
Yeah.
Jade Cargill and
Oh.
Nyla Rose. Sorry, not sorry. I
agree.
that story. I was okay. It was fine when they started it, when she initially stole the belt. I was interested. I was like, oh, wait, okay, cool. It's just everything else.
It's just it fizzled. It went
Yeah, and then what hurt my feelings? They put Jade on the Breakfast Club in kayfabe doing this story like she stole the belt with this replica belt. She tries to explain like, no, this is a replica because I do media and press. And I was like, that's a bull crap excuse. And yeah, got Charlemagne, the guy. It's just like, no, like this. I'm like, man, this crappy storyline made it to the Breakfast Club. I was so upset. I was like, of all the people to put on, you could have put Powerhouse Hobbs on, like, but yeah, I would take that off.
Yeah, I would move it to YouTube. I'm not gonna front.
And that's even if the match was good, because it was a match. It was a match last night. I'll just say that. I don't want to say if it was bad or good. It was a match. But yeah, I would replace that if you're going to that. I wouldn't put FTR on no pre-show. That's no. We had that problem in WWE. It was that, or they weren't on the show, and no. That all right. So let's move on to the actual debate topic. Last night, AEW Full Gear, Moxley, MJF World Title match, and new AEW World Champion MJF is your new AEW champion, but not without help. There we go. Words. All right. And no, it was not Stokely and the boys, but William Regal himself, old shiesty bastard, gave MJF the knucks. Shades of the Dawn myself. Nice right hand. 1, 2, 3. MJF is your new AEW champion. So let's talk about it, guys. Was this the right move? Gracie, you can go first. Then we'll go Red Dog, and then I'll come at the end.
Yeah, I think it was an incredible move because MJF is super hot right now. He's at his peak. And for them to have William Regal go against Moxley and join MJF is it's the greatest thing, because William Regal and MJF together is going to be phenomenal. They like that power that they're going to have and create together. It's going to be a, dare I say, Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's a really good move. Plus, Mox has been wanting his vacation for a really long time. So, and I love Jon Moxley. I love Jon Moxley. He's my favorite on AEW, but it's MJF's time now.
No, I have to agree. I think it's one of the best moves, especially if you want to establish like your 4 pillars and you go back and be like, hey, look, MJF is one of our guys. He's won a title. Jungle Boy is one of our guys. He's won a title. Sammy Guevara is one of our guys. He's won a title. You know, and then obviously be like, Darby Allin has won a title. And even if you want to substitute Britt Baker in there somewhere as one of your pillars, you get that ability to do it now. But more importantly, it shows that you're investing into the future of your company. And I think that's the important part, is that, you know, MJF is young and he's still hungry and he's like, you know, been chasing after this and talking about this forever. And now he has it. And I have to also agree, Moxley needs a break, man. Like, he's been asking for a vacation. He was supposed to go on a vacation, but then obviously, you know, somebody that the crowd was cheering for last night, well, not really cheering about last night, you know, had to make his exit. but it's like one of those things
Like
that
they weren't
I'm genuinely
chanting his
happy to
name last
see.
year. That's the one thing I I'm sorry, because when they did chant that, I definitely rolled my eyes. I was like, oh god, of course, Jersey.
Yeah.
Of all the places,
Yeah,
they wish there was Chicago. I didn't say that. Somebody else did. But it's one of those things where it's like I'm happy to see Mox kind of, I don't want to say relieved of the title, but kind of like just give him his time to kind of just relax so that the crowd can genuinely miss Mox. So when he does come back, it's going to be like a bigger pop. But then like I'm also excited because MJF gets this title. It's just something they've been building for years, for him to take the strap and run with it. And then like that press conference was so awesome. Like there's nothing else to say bad about it. Like I love the fact that he just went in and just destroyed everyone at that press conference.
Because he can.
oh yeah, I was about to say because yeah,
He can do anything he wants at this point.
yeah. So I definitely no disagreeing for me. Listen, that crowd going in wanted MJF to win the title. I feel like if MJF did not win the title, you would have had a very angry mob on your hands in New Jersey last night. It's been a rough couple of months for AEW, and I think this is a good, putting the train back on the tracks. MJF, like you said, he is the, he's a wrestling prodigy, and it's true. He's one of the best on the mic. He's one of the best, in ring, and pairing him with Regal is just going to just enhance already the ability that he has. It's not like, now don't get me wrong, it's not like he needs Regal. He really doesn't need Regal at all. But just having Regal there intertwined, it then this run I feel is going to be very fun if they do it right. If they capitalize on already the massive heat that this guy draws.
Oh yeah.
So it's definitely, like Cliff said, looking into the future, investing in the future of your company. There was no other way to go about it, really. So yeah, this was definitely the right move, really, because let's be honest, Mox needs to just sit down. He just needs to sit. Like, I made a joke on Twitter. I was like, y'all think he's going on the beach? He going to the nursery. He's going to be a dad. Like, he just this man, and he deserves it. Like, he definitely, for the better part of 3 years, put AEW on his back, and he's carried them a long way. And he needs to go sit down, let him go enjoy, being a dad. And yes, of course, going on a beach, with Renee getting, deep tissue massages and all that. Definitely. But yeah, Mox needs a break. The company now, I feel, with the Elite returning, is in better shape than it was last month. So that's definitely a plus.
Oh yeah, definitely, with the Elites returning and with MJF on top right now. It's good. It's good. I'm definitely going to be watching more of it now. Because for a while there, I was like, I was just recording it and then fast forwarding a couple of things, to be honest. But
Same.
Yeah, but now I'm just like, oh, okay. Now I can press play and actually watch this.
Right, and just in
real time.
Be invested. Like
invested, yeah, that's the thing too. Invested in it. Because
like the past couple of weeks, it's just nothing has been except for the MJF stuff. So it's nice to feel like it's a fresh, like, they just put the new easel, they finished their old painting, they put the easel, and now it's time to paint a new picture. And I think that's where we're at now. And I'm excited for what we're about to see, because I think Full Gear went last night was really good for the most part, all in all.
Yeah, I have to agree. I think one of my favorite things too is that, like, now we get to see how much of a star MJF is going to become.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, I think that's like the most important part, right? Because we've all known that he's going to be this star once people, like, they thrust him into the spotlight. And while he commands the spotlight, now we get to see, like, how much further can he take this while it's on his back? Because the one thing that we've always known is that, like, when you become a champion, like, now you're kind of front and center, and there's no real, like, chasing anything, right? Because you're the dude. So at this point, like, now we get to see what you do and how you do it, right? Because we've always known that MJF's story for the last 3 years was that he wanted to be the guy. Now you're the guy. Now let's see what you can do with it.
Yeah.
And we got a heel champion. I like having heels champions because just think of now all the baby faces that AEW roster have that they can just, I don't want to use the term chuck, but just throw at MJF like, all right, here's your chance, right? And I think I'm just excited because there's so many different combinations that we can get right now having that heel champion, especially that chicken shit heel champion. There's like that's those like those are the best. The ones that are like, nah, let me get out of here. Let me not fight. So yeah, definitely. All righty, here we go. Match of the week.
But I want to ask this question.
Oh, you want to ask a question? What? You want to ask a question?
So now that MJF is a champion,
wait, whoa. Who said you could ask a question?
I'm already asking the question. It doesn't matter. This is half my show too.
But we're moving on.
No, we're going right back.
But I don't want to go back. I want to move on.
Nah. How many times does MJF defend the title in his title run now?
Ooh.
Like how many? Like, and I'm not talking about like, we know pay-per-view matches for sure, right? And then obviously like winter is coming. He's going to be defend the title there, right? But how many legit matches do we think MJF has at the title?
I don't think it's going to be very much.
I agree. You're probably only going to see him wrestle to defend the title. I don't expect to see him wrestle on Dynamite just cause. That's a very good question.
Yeah, I'm thinking like 6.
Yeah. Thank you. It's called Chaz and Friends, but listen, that was not a bad question. So there you go, Cliff. All right, now we're moving on. Unless Gracie, do you have a question?
No.
I feel like this was
all you. No.
Oh, okay.
I'm good.
I want to make sure. Anybody have any questions?
Like, yo, just fire it off. Who cares?
At this point,
Chat. Do y'all have any questions?
Yeah, like, does the chat have a question? Like,
yeah, ask your question there, and then I'll think about posting it up.
You'll think. All righty. So, match of the week. All right, match of the week. It's self-explanatory. New people, if you're not already a listener or follower. All right, we're gonna give our match of the week, and I'll probably disagree with Cliff's match of the week. So, all right, Gracie, what do you got? Match of the week.
Oh, see, I don't even remember what happened this week. What all happened this week?
I got a dark horse one that no one's really going to talk about.
Okay, you go first, so I can.
All right, cool. All right, I got my. All right, so Moose and Bully Ray on Impact was amazing. A lot of people, I like Impact. Like, people don't know, they sold out that show, which hasn't happened in a good little while. They sold out. That match was fire. If you have not seen, if you don't watch Impact, please get that stigma of TNA out of your brain, because that's nothing. It's nothing, like not even a glimpse of what it is now. Impact just, they raised the bar like year after year after year. They're getting better and better and better. And like, please go watch Impact. Specifically watch Moose versus Bully Ray this past week. So good. So fire. I love Bully Ray. I hate Moose, but I love Bully Ray. All right, match of the week, Red Dog.
So I'm stuck between two. Obviously, one of them is going to come from Full Gear, but another one I don't feel like a lot of people are giving a lot of love to, and it was because of the story that was driven from Raw to SmackDown, right? Is Mustafa Ali versus Ricochet. Like, such a good match.
Yeah.
It's so much fun, especially because you normally, right, like, let's be real, we watched like Seth Rollins, right, whenever he had injured ribs, right, it really didn't start bugging him until somebody actively went after him. Where in this match, we watched Mustafa Ali sell his ribs off the jump, and it was like everything that he did was like affecting him, so the story got told a lot better. And I definitely was very appreciative of that. So I would definitely say that match. And then I'm gonna throw my fun match out there, right? I even like the way it ended. The Elite versus Death Triangle. I think that match was also a lot of fun to watch too. So I would give those two.
The Elite, the Triangle.
I really love what they're doing with Mustafa right now.
Oh yes, yes.
Oh God, it's
Yes.
so good. It was like an immediate switch for me. I wasn't a huge fan of him, but as soon as he came back, and like it down to his ring gear too, he just exudes this different type of confidence to him, and it's just, oh, it's awesome. I love what they're doing with him right now. My favorite match of the week probably was the Ring of Honor match. I loved it. I loved how Sammy Guevara is an incredible athlete, but I love how he kind of turned on Chris Jericho there for a little bit. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Plus, like, just all the spots in that was great. It's my favorite.
Now, Sammy hitting the code breaker on Jericho definitely popped me, and I was like, ooh. I was like, oh, this Sammy. I was like, yeah. They definitely had me on that one. He hit him with the code breaker, and I was like, oh no. And then it was like, oh, okay. Whew. You would never hear the end of it on Twitter if Sammy pinned Jericho with the code breaker, winning the ROH title. Oh, geez. Twitter would go in shambles. Oh man. All right. Second topic of the show. So let's go on over to the Fed and Survivor Series. Everyone's favorite Thanksgiving tradition is coming up, but this time we're going to War Games. War Games.
War Games.
It sucks that he can't say we don't get that. Like I would have loved for just a Regal to just show up on a Raw and just go War Games. just one, just so he can say it. But so let's do some predictions. Let's do some predictions. So for the women, first prediction: who is the fifth member for Bianca Belair's team? Because it hasn't been announced yet. So who do we think it is? We'll start there first, and then we'll go to the who we'll think is going to win the match. You got one, Gracie, already off jump?
I hope it's Raquel. I really want to see Raquel in that situation. So I'm hoping for Raquel. Maybe Becky Lynch would be really cool if she came back for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping for Raquel.
All right, Red Dog.
Oh, I'm taking Beth Phoenix.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a popular guess right now. It would be very interesting.
Why Beth? I'm just in.
So the way the I Quit match ended, right? With
right.
Yeah, with Balor.
Right.
This just tells the story like, hey, she took her out with the chairs. Now they're going to the War Games. Why not?
Okay. I was also going with Becky, because she's due to return soon, if not sooner. Maybe it's the Rumble, but I would love to see Becky in like her first ever War Games match. I think that'd be a dope way for a face Becky Lynch to make her return War Games. But now that you brought Beth Phoenix, Cliff, and I'm just like,
it makes sense, right?
Yeah, it makes. But here's the thing: it makes too much sense.
Exactly. That's why I went against it. Because this makes way too much sense to do it.
Yeah, I'm sitting here thinking about that. Like, yeah, they probably don't announce that either. They probably go in thinking they may even. You know what? It's probably Beth. It's probably Beth. And what they're going to do is they'll probably give us the just a throwaway person as the fifth member on Raw, and they get injured like how they did before, and then that's Beth as the surprise.
Okay, That's how they make it a surprise. So.
Yeah, because I just think they wouldn't do that on Raw after they just did KO on SmackDown.
Which was awesome, but
not at all.
So yeah, they'll
go into the Speed Force like Chaz.
like
That's
this.
what they'll do.
leave the fifth member.
Oh, there he is.
Terrible. But yeah, man, it's Beth. As I talk this out and think about it more, it's totally Beth, and I'm totally fine with that. So here's my left field answer, just for fun now, just for shits and giggles. It's Kairi Sane. Bring back the Kabuki Warriors, just cause. Why not?
You know what though? Like, I like that answer, and I'll give you the other reason why I like that answer. Right?
She just won the IWGP Women's title too.
Right.
So.
And just imagine though, like Kairi Sane like comes in, right, and she interferes in the match, right? And let's say she costs Asuka, right, the opportunity to win the match, right? And then you have Sasha Banks come through and like tease that match that they have coming up at Wrestle Kingdom.
What match?
So the thought process of Mercedes versus Kairi Sane?
Wait, did I miss that?
That was like a big tease. I think it was on Sasha's like Instagram. She was like, it was like a tease poster of like her and.
You talking about the one that Tom made?
Yeah, but she posted up too. Like, this is something that
Oh.
I'm just saying.
Oh, I was about to say, wait.
That.
Oh. I'm sorry. Okay.
I'm not saying like I was like fun, but like.
Oh. I was saying, wait a minute. When did that get? I remember that graphic going around, and I saw that Tom, who makes the fake match graphics on Twitter. I know he does that. And I know that he made that one, and it went viral, and people were thinking it was real. I'm like, no, guys, it says right there.
And even Sasha was like sending out herself, like she's like, one can only dream, and like.
Okay, nah, I get you. Okay, I'm about to say, where was I that I missed the entire match announcement of Kairi Sane and Mercedes at Wrestle Kingdom? I
was about to start Googling things.
I legit started. I picked up my phone to start going. Like, wait a minute, what? Okay, let's see.
I did like the Santina guess. I'm gonna put that out there.
Santina,
Santina.
All right, who's going over? Who's winning? Team Bianca, Team Rhea.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go with the heels.
You okay?
Funny. I'm gonna go with the heels too. Let's do it.
I'm going with the faces.
Okay.
Because I'm going with the faces, and we'll segue into the next one because I don't think you have the bloodline lose.
Right.
Like what?
They're not really they're not even though they're the heels. They're not really the heels.
No! Don't do that. Don't. You're not doing. No, we're not doing that.
Hear them. Like I can't.
We're not doing. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. They are the heels, regardless.
I don't think so.
Yes, they are. They are the heels. They're shut up. Like they're the heels, okay? Sheamus is a face. The Brawling Brutes are a face. Drew McIntyre's a face. Kevin Owens is a face. Golly, Drew McIntyre's as baby face as they come. Drew McIntyre was over there and wow, what was that pay-per-view over there?
You talking about
Clash at the Castle, kissing babies,
singing with Tyson Fury?
Yeah, that one. That show. There, he was over there, babyface. No, he's Roman Reigns and the Bloodline are heels. So, with that being said, who do we have going over? Clearly, I have the Bloodline because that's my tribal chief. Your tribal chief, the man that sits at the head of the table, the one, all right, Roman Reigns, because he's in God mode, all right. So, yeah, Bloodline always. Who you got, Red Dog?
I mean, I'm taking a Bloodline.
So, oh wow, you had the both heels go over on it. What?
Yeah,
this is why you don't run a wrestling promotion.
Yep, and you know what? I would. There's going to be a small portion of the crowd who's going to absolutely love that both heels go over.
Exactly my reason why you don't run
And
a
I'll
wrestling
take that
promotion.
small portion over the large portion as like, we want the faces to win. I'm like, no, you will get Rhea and Roman. That's who wins. Team R. That's it.
Team R.
Oh my
Red
god.
Dog, Rhea, Roman. That's how it works.
Gosh. All right, Grayson, who do you have?
It's so hard to root against the bloodline, like to vote against the bloodline. So I'm gonna go with bloodline because I feel like it's just the obvious answer.
We're all just going heels. Listen,
I mean,
no,
odds.
no, you're true. You're absolutely right. Because if the Brawling Brutes and all of them do beat the bloodline, I think that's just you kill everything. The bloodline. Any chance Cody? Nah. That man don't show up until the Rumble and when he wins.
Yeah, I agree.
Nah. I don't even want to see that man until next year. I don't even want to see him till next year. He did enough. Like in that Hell in a Cell match that he deserves to, like, even if he is fully healthy to come back. No. No. Save that for the Rumble. Yeah. All right. So cool. Bloodline over. All righty. This or that, Cliff. What we got? Let's go.
All right. So for this or that, we're gonna take guys who were young and champions early in their career, right? Maybe the youngest champions ever at the time. So we're gonna go with 1 MJF versus 1 Randy Orton.
I need it. Randy Orton. I don't care what anyone. Yeah, listen. No other.
Orton.
Yeah, that's two. This is the worst one
That
you've
was
ever
easy.
done. This is the worst. That was way too easy.
But we're taking them at their beginning of their first championship run. Not
I was still.
Okay.
All right.
Randy Orton. I'm still going Randy.
That first world title run with Randy was hot garbage too, because he just dropped it back to Triple H.
Yeah, we're gonna have to curve you guys' opinions, because I know you're gonna say Randy, obviously, because he has a better body of work.
Okay, wait.
Also,
Ask this question again after MJF's title run.
Yes, I like that one too. Yeah, because we have yet to know, because I feel like I said, I was a child, wasn't really watching when it happened,
Same.
showing my age. But when Orton beat, Redacted, I feel like everybody was in like the same like mindset and mood how we feel now about MJF, because people were saying Orton was the next thing, being an evolution already. He was being groomed to be that guy. Was he ready at the time? Absolutely not. But MJF, we feel like he's ready, and I feel like people thought Orton was ready at the time too. So you gotta wait. You gotta bring this one back. You got another one in the bag, because you gotta wait till MJF lose the belt.
Do I have another one
to really properly do this? Because guess what, MJF could shit the bed, guys. Crazy enough, he could shit the bed, and this title run be absolute dog crap.
Yeah. Because there's so many superstars out there.
Yeah.
It's one thing to chase the title. It's another thing to hold that title and, do really well with it. Because there's so many people that just go down. As soon as they have that title, everything just goes down for them. So I don't know. I ask that question again later.
Like, some people are better chasers than they are champions.
Exactly.
And Cliff, you said that multiple times multiple times on this show. There are people who are just way better chasers than they are champions. So that's a good one. That's a really good one, bro. But we gotta save that one, because.
And to come up with a secondary one, I'm gonna have to do that on the fly. So we're gonna have to really about things. Let's go with technical wrestlers, right? Everybody talks about the greatness ones. And let's go with Johnny Gargano and Bret Hart.
I'm a Shawn Michaels guy, so I'm gonna always choose somebody over Bret Hart. I feel like, like I said, I'm very loyal. So, yeah, I'm gonna go Gargano because fuck Bret Hart.
Yeah, let's go Gargano.
If there was ever a person, if there was ever a person in wrestling who takes themselves way too seriously, it is Bret Hart. I don't care. He takes himself way too seriously. No, is Bret good and all that? Yes, I give Bret credit where it's due, but I'm choosing Gargano because both trash.
Both trash. Take them on out. They're both trash.
I'm gonna be opposite. I'm gonna go with Bret.
Of course you would.
And here's why though, right? I like Bret
because you're
they're both
Canadian.
Great. Let me put the caveat on that. They're both great.
And you're low-key Canadian.
Yeah, probably.
Said yeah, probably.
Somewhere in my bloodline, there's probably somebody that came from Canada. But I think what it is though is I love watching Bret's work as far as storytelling. Like the guy was able to get people over that just had no business being in a business. There was just no reason to be there, right? I mean, we talk about Tommy all the time, where like here's this dude who got this one opportunity, and Vince was like, "Oh, brother, that's the next champion right there," and Bret got him over, and Bret was able to carry a bunch of other wrestlers in a bunch of different fashions and a bunch of different ways to tell stories. So it's hard for me to go ahead and go against Bret when I think about that. But on the other hand, Johnny has also been very, very good about doing. He's just great and technical all around, and clearly modeled his game after Shawn, right, to be able to tell those stories. So I think for me, I just want to go with Bret because Bret, I mean, he was the excellence of execution for a reason. Like, so I can't throw that out and be like, nah. I think a lot of the storylines that he was given were okay, but I think he was able to make those storylines work because of the way he was able to wrestle.
Bret Hart was mid, bro. I hate to give it to you. He's mid.
That's fine. That's your opinion, and you can be wrong all you want.
He was mid. I would listen if it was me, and if it was me, I would have picked Owen. There we go. And that was my next one. Like Owen, I liked Owen over Bret.
I would take that, but that's not the choice.
That wasn't the question.
You're right. It wasn't the question.
And to be honest, if next week might fire out the question, who is the best member of the Hart Foundation? And then in that case, we're all gonna be like, oh, it was Owen. Yeah.
No, it's Stu. It's their daddy. It's the one who blessed them with them genes, with the genes to wrestle. It's Stu.
He gets the credit.
He gets the credit. It's their mom because she had to put up with all that shit, and that's tough.
Their mama gets the credit. That's
that mom gets it.
That's funny. All righty.
Any female in the Hart Foundation.
No, legitimately. Yeah. All the females in the Hart family. Yeah. Because they got married into this cult of wrestling. Because that's what the Hart family is. It's just a cult of Canadian wrestlers. And they have this little dungeon in their basement where they train and like torture kids who want to be wrestlers
when they're babies.
Right.
They got babies in their basements training.
Yeah, like as soon as they're out the womb, 6 months in, all righty, kid, get up in there, get ready to take a bump. Start throwing
Sell. We need more tears.
Push the babies down.
Oh gosh. All righty. Well, on that note, for all of my PlayStation users, guess what? You get a trophy, and my Xbox users, you get an achievement because you made it to the end of the show. I always tell Grace, it's a running joke that if you make it to the end of a 3-count podcast debate show, you deserve a trophy because sometimes the show can really get way left. This one didn't go way too left, but it went left and then went right, and then we got back on. So, yeah. So guess what? You get a extra trophy because guess what? You made it live and you were a guest on the 3-count podcast debate show, and you made it to the end without losing any hair.
I don't know. I may have lost a couple of strands.
Oh, listen. Well, then you're nowhere near the amount of strands I've lost. because of Cliff and everyone else who've been on this show. You know, you're the
It was
best
the
guest.
greatest intro of all time.
Yeah. So you know what that is? I may have, regrown those hairs just because of the intro.
Yeah.
Just because of the intro. Because that was send me that. Like, actually, Cliff, send me that when we get off, like, so I can post that. Be
I
like,
just want you to know, Damien knew about this intro.
oh my God, really?
Yeah, he did before. I just want to put on record. TJ knew about this intro, and we just saw him on Friday.
We did see him.
I
Friday.
knew about this intro. He told me about it before he got on.
Wow, you knew too.
Yeah.
You're fired.
That's the best part. So, Gracie, just in case anybody ever wonders, Chaz hates surprises, and I love doing that.
I hate it with a passion. I hate surprises. I don't like not knowing what's going on. Maybe it's like the OCD in me. Maybe it's my anxiety, but I don't like not knowing what's going on. I don't like know what's coming next. So I have that's why my Google, like my calendar, I have like everything in my calendars. I know what's going on, what needs to happen. So yeah, I hate surprises. Cliff liked giving me surprises, and one day he's gonna be murdered out of accidentally because he surprised me because I'm just gonna be shocked. So that's his fault, not mine. So, but yeah, I hate surprises, and some of them are good, some of them are bad. The worst one was my birthday. But we're not going to talk about that on the air.
We'll talk about off air.
Yeah, we'll talk about that off the air. Because I definitely mentioned about, bringing someone on that got canceled. Because, yeah. Anyway, like I said, if you have not already done so, make sure you follow us on all your favorite social media sites, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, 3Count Pod. That's all one word. Twitter is the only thing that's different. It's 3Count_pod. Make sure you like and subscribe on YouTube, like and follow us on Twitch. Make sure you also give us a 5-star frog splash review right off the top rope on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Spotify, you now can watch the video of the podcast, so make sure you definitely check that out as well. Buy a shirt on our Pro Wrestling Tees shop, because guess what? By the end of the year, it won't be there anymore. We'll be moving. So get it now while it's there, because you probably won't be able to get it because we would probably make that, old news. So definitely get a shirt right now. Gracie, if you want to let everyone know where all the fans can check you out at, let them know. Put your stuff, get your shit over, as they say in wrestling.
Just follow right here, That Wrestling Lady, on TikTok and Twitch. I've got a new thing coming, a new series of, it's not just about wrestling, it is about real life and all the struggles of real life and stuff. And it's called so I just named it today.
Oh wow.
I literally just named it today. I just put out this little promo of it today. So just go to my TikTok. There's a little promo out, and yeah, that's it.
Awesome,
I want to be a guest on that show.
Bro, get out of my brain, because I definitely, as she was saying that, I was like, oh, I want to go on that. Like, I like that. So, yeah, make sure you check out That Wrestling Lady, right, on Twitch and that TikTok, the Talk Tick, that app that all the kids be dancing on. That app, right? Yeah,
that one.
So make sure you follow her there. Follow the Red Dog on everything at, was it the Red Dog _85, right? That's everything, right? And you can follow me at Chaz_the Don. That's everything, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, I said Instagram, right? Facebook, Photo Bucket, MySpace, whatever. Yeah, all of it. Chaz_the Don. All right. So with that being said, thank you for checking out the 3Count Podcast Debate Show, which is now known as the 3Count Podcast, Chaz and Friends. So be there for the next episode of the 3Count Podcast presents Chaz and Friends. Or you're just going to, you're going to go to the next episode and you're going to click that episode and listen to that episode. And after you finish that episode, you're going to check out an interview that Red Dog did, and then listen to another episode. And you know what? You're gonna catch Gracie on The Wrestling Lady. You're gonna catch that on Twitch. All right, you're gonna go on that app, right, and watch her stuff, and then you watch another episode of her stuff, and then you
go down the rabbit hole.
Exactly. Just keep going, and we'll see you next Sunday.
Hey guys, it's the host of the 3 Count, Chaz Evans here. Make sure to let you know that I don't run shit, I don't do shit, I just talk shit. And make sure you subscribe to our podcast. What else did you do? You should also follow us on all social medias. That's the Facebook at 3 Count Podcast, the Instagram at 3 Count Pod, and the Twitter at 3count_pod. Also, if you like us a lot, you should definitely buy a t-shirt at prowrestlingtees.com/3countpod, and that's the number 3. Don't be an idiot and type in THREE, because you're not going to find anything. So make sure you follow us at 3 Count Pod or 3count_pod on Twitter and buy a shirt. Be there or be somewhere else.